Well, certainly. I think the moment where you don't take the Chinese competition seriously, you are committing the first mistake. So we do take them very serious as a competitor. Yes, you're right, they're still at a very small scale, but we do expect that they will grow, certainly first in the Chinese market. The way we look at it is that the market is growing at a pace that leaves enough space for several competitors, and the cake is really growing at a pace so that we will also continue to be successful in the market. And therefore, what is paramount for us is that we stay ahead of the competition in terms of the quality of our products and also the performance of our products. And this is why we're making so many investments into next generation technologies in terms of engines, wings, etc.
We're almost closing the first quarter of the year. You announced an 800 delivery target for this year. Are you on track with this?
Absolutely. We have, for the first 2 months, delivered 79 aircraft. That is 13 more than in the same period of last year. So yes, I can fully confirm we're on the trajectory to reach the around 800, which we have given as a guidance for 2024.
And how about your production ramp up as well? You're targeting 75 per month of A320 being produced in 26. How are your plans going for the production ramp up and all the work that you have to do with your suppliers around this?
Yes. Again, I can confirm we're on track and on the trajectory to reach that rate 75. Certainly the biggest challenge currently still is the supply chain. And we do have some factors that are limiting us. Engines is certainly one of them, but also other things like the auxiliary power unit, but also cabin interiors. So we're working very intensively with our Tier 1, but also Tier 2 and Tier 3 suppliers to support them operationally wherever we can to make sure that the entire supply chain, step by step, is increasing their output and supporting the trajectory of our ramp-up.
Just a few days ago, Airbus announced that they were ending the talks with Atos over potentially taking over the big data and security unit. Why did Airbus make this decision at the end?
Well, we looked into it because we felt the BDS part of Atos certainly has some very important capabilities that could be helpful for Airbus. We have numerous times said that data protection, cybersecurity are important capabilities for our defense business, but also for our commercial business that potentially we would also acquire. This is why we have engaged into a very intense due diligence process with Atos. In the end, we had to conclude that for Airbus, the risks were actually outweighing the opportunities, and this is why we took the decision to end the talks on a potential transaction.
Does that mean that you're looking for other opportunities that would be in that area in particular?
Yes, I mean, in general, we would say M&A is part of our strategy, and we're looking into opportunities where we can acquire some important capabilities that help us. And so therefore we will continue to look left and right, but obviously currently there's nothing specifically to report on.
Final question. The EU leaders are meeting today in Brussels. We know they'll talk about defense in particular. France, they're proposing a joint fund and a joint debt to potentially finance more financing of the defense industries. From an industry point of view, I'm going to ask you, is it part of the answer?
I think it's part of the answer. I think clearly Europe has to be more independent in terms of defense and own security. That needs several things. It needs certainly the political support. It does need the financial support. And also in terms of the industrial structure that we have to see that we are way too fragmented in the way that Europe is set up in the defense industry. So therefore, in my mind, there is a need for industry consolidation in order to step up in terms of our capabilities that we need.